Hello again everybody, this is Gusto and I have another review today. As some of you will remember, a couple of weeks ago I did an unboxing video consisting of packages from Steve1989 and Gundog4314. Steve sent me a couple of older rations and a humanitarian daily ration. One of the rations that he sent me is the one that I'll be reviewing today. And that ration is menu number 6, Frankfurters with bean component. And the dates that could be possible inside this MRE are anywhere from 1981 to 1987. In 1988, menu number 6 became Chicken a la King. So we'll find out once we open this thing up. There's no external date codes or no indication of how old it is, so we'll have to open it to find out. Now, Steve1989 recently did a review of the same menu, and I've been looking forward to getting into this thing for as long as it's been sitting in my closet waiting, so quite excited about this. To be honest, I'm kind of filled with mixed emotions here. Kind of excited, but at the same time I'm a little bit scared, to be honest. But no matter, let's get into this thing. So if we look at the outer packaging, it's the mid to late 80s style dark brown bag. The packaging seems to be intact. There are no pinholes in there. It doesn't feel like it's hard or broken down in any places. The plastic feels somewhat supple, so this actually might be okay. That might indicate that it had reasonable storage conditions, so we'll find out. There is a tear notch at the top, but usually those don't open that very well, so we'll just cut it from the back side. So this is the components. Give a smell test. I don't smell anything in there, so all the packaging is probably intact. Alright, so let's go through the components. There's the Accessory Packet E, which contains coffee, cream substitute, sugar, candy, ketchup, salt, chewing gum, matches, and toilet paper. There is the 4 Fingers of Death. And this has a date code of 2003, so I'm guessing that this is the 3rd day of 82. Awesome. Quite old. The package is not bulging or anything like that, so they may be safe. I'm going to boil the heck out of these things anyway. There's beans with tomato sauce. You can look at the ingredients. It's amazing the older rations have so few ingredients compared to the newer ones. Way less preservatives and things like that. That could be a bad thing when you're dealing with food from... Actually, this has a date code of 5088, which is the 88th day of 85. Let's look at this again. Weird. I don't understand the differences in date codes. The first one is a 5088 and this is a 2003. So, let's see what the consensus is on the other components. There's a cocoa beverage powder, and it feels normal. It's not solidified. I don't see a date code on this one. There's apple jelly. This stuff's going to be brown, I bet. And this date code here, I don't know if you can see it. This says 5340, so I'm guessing this is going to be an 85. I don't know what the deal was with the date code on the Franks. There's the MCI style spoon. And crackers, the packaging seems to be intact. The vacuum is well maintained. And there's no date code on this one. Interesting. Well, I'm going to go with the objective evidence that I have here and figure that this is from 85. Let's see if there's a date code on the accessory packet. And there is not. Let's open it up and see if we can get any more information. Alright, so inside the accessory packet we have non-dairy creamer, type 1 instant coffee, toilet paper, and it's white. However, the 1984 ham slice that I reviewed was blue, so I'm guessing this is going to be later. Sugar, salt, dehydrated ketchup, and it is a brick, so this isn't going to be any good, unfortunately. Oh, goodness gracious, look at that. Chocolate fudge bar. That is going to be rank, but we'll try it anyway. Chiclets, which have turned brown. Let me see if you can appreciate that. Matches. Alright, so before we do anything else, let's get the foods boiling, and then I'll get everything else out on a plate. First, let's open these packages, see how they look. Go ahead and open the beans. Again, this is a 5088 date code, so I'm going to go with 1985 on this. And these older ones, I really want to make sure that the packaging isn't bulged. It might indicate that the packaging has been compromised or has bacterial overgrowth, like botulism. That would be bad. Alright, it's kind of hard to get out of the packages because they're glued in. This package feels okay. It's not bulged at all, and the date code in there confirms 5088. As for the Franks, packaging is different than the paper cardboard. It's shinier than the beans. And they're glued into the box. Man. The packaging feels to be okay. And again, this date code is bizarre. 2035. Heck, I don't know how to read that. It's a different date code. It would be pretty odd if this was a 82 that was thrown into an 85 package, but who the heck knows. Anybody that can shed some light on this would be appreciative. This certainly isn't it, because there aren't 495 days in a year. But, so, I'm going to guess. I don't even have a guess. Somebody fill me in, if you could. But the packaging feels okay, it's intact. We have 4 hot dogs in there. Let's go put these in some boiling water, for safety's sake. I think the one that Steve opened up, he didn't boil. Yeah, he's a braver man than I am. Franks. Beans. So while those were cooking, I looked at the packaging a little bit closer, and this is packaged by Green Giant Company, and their codes typically deal with the date of expiration. So if this was produced in 85, it may stand to reason that this 01 may represent 1991, and the A may represent January, which is typical of their codes. That's the best guess I have. So that may help to confirm this is a circa 1985 ration. So while everything else is cooking, let's go ahead and get this out on a tray. We'll go ahead and start with the crackers. This packaging is unmarked, no date codes, just plain crackers is is indicated on the package. The seal seems to be intact, and the vacuum seems to be preserved. Let's go ahead and open it, see if we hear a hiss. Not much of a hiss on that one. Ooh. Those smell kind of funky. If you want to see some other funky crackers, go over to Kiwidude's channel, and look at some of the vintage rations that he did, he reacted quite poorly to some of the funky crackers that had a compromised seal. You know, these, they smell sour. They're just very stale. But they're intact in the package for the most part. They seem to be salted, like the crackers from the 84 ham slice that I did. This also comes with apple jelly. I don't have a whole lot of hope for this thing, but we're going to try it anyway. I actually think I'm going to put it on. Ooh, yeah, you can see it's brown. Can't really see in there, but it's pretty brown in appearance. Put a little bit on the cracker. Yeah, that looks pretty nasty. Went ahead and zoomed in for a closer shot, and you can just see that is dark brown. Usually the apple jelly is kind of a golden color in the modern MREs. This is definitely not modern. It has kind of a sour, fermented scent to it. And I know this thing's going to be bad, but as far as the chocolate fudge, we'll put that on the tray. Every piece of fudge that I've had out of these old MREs has just been horrifying. The wrapping is kind of a wax paper, and it is saturated with oils. Oh, that just looks gross. It's got a lot of oils on kind of the cocoa butter probably on the outside of that. It's greasy. And you can see it's kind of oxidized through here. Break it in half, just see what it looks like in the middle. Oh yeah, that looks pretty typical of the nasty fudge I've had in the past. So, kind of sandy in texture on appearance. We'll go ahead and make our beverages. This is for the cocoa beverage powder. This says to reconstitute with 6 ounces of water. Use really hot water. It'll stir up or reconstitute a little bit better. And give that a good stir. Mixed up pretty well. Also do coffee. This is, again, instant coffee type 1. Yeah, the coffee from the ham slices MRE of the same era was very, very bitter. It smells pretty bitter too. Non-dairy cream substitute. Pretty yellow looking. It smells kind of sour. I don't think I'm going to put that in there. There's also a lot of clumps in there, so I'm not going to use that. We'll put sugar in there though. Again, we'll give that a good stir, set it aside. We'll plate our main items. Alright, so I boiled the main items for about 20 minutes. I'll go ahead and start with the beans. So, nice and hot. This is beans and tomato sauce. As you can read there, beans and tomato sauce. Packaging doesn't look like it's been compromised, or it doesn't look like the layers are peeling up, so that's good. Oh, there it is. Looks like the beans have remained intact. That's good. It's steaming. Smells alright. Alright, and then the main item, the star of the show, Frankfurters. Okay, there's the tear notch up at the top. Oh yeah. There you go. They look kind of similar to the Franks and the JSDF ration that I did the other day. They don't smell bad. They actually smell like hot dogs. Got some hope yet. 2, 3, 4 fingers of death, and some leftover hot dog water. I'll leave that alone. Alright, so there's the detail on the main items. As I said before, the beans look like they've held together. They actually have a decent scent to them. They smell like regular pork and beans that you would expect to find in a can. And then the hot dogs, they do not smell off. There's nothing sour smelling about them, so that's encouraging. So we'll go ahead and take a lap around the tray. I would actually say that the things that I'm least concerned about are the main items. I'll go ahead and try the crackers. Like I said, they smelled pretty sour, and there wasn't much hiss opening that package, and they smelled very bleachy and stale. So there's cracker. It was pretty crisp when I cracked this piece off of there. I'll try it. It tastes okay. Just kind of stale. It doesn't taste sour. This jelly, on the other hand, smells pretty fermented. There you go. There's more detail. I'm just going to try just a little bit. Actually doesn't taste bad at all. You can still taste the apple flavor in it. I think it's just turned brown with age. It doesn't taste acidic or fermented at all. It actually tastes okay. So let's try the main items. There's the beans. Like I said, they've held together really well. You can smell the tomato sauce that they're in. Smells like pork and beans. Doesn't smell bad at all. Yeah, those taste fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And for the 4 fingers of death, breaks apart a little too easily there. So there it is. Looks typical for a hot dog. It tastes nothing like a hot dog. It tastes like a Vienna sausage, but it doesn't taste foul. I certainly don't want to eat very much of it, but you know, as far as a 31-year-old sausage, it's not too horrible. Wasn't as scary as I was thinking. Let's try some with the beans and the Frank together. Alright. Yeah. That tastes okay. I don't want to go any further into it, but it tastes okay. Alright, so just to prove that I'm actually eating a 31-year-old hot dog, here you go. No more of that, please. Alright, so the Fudge Bar, I'm probably the most afraid of this thing, to be honest with you. These things, the ones I've tasted, have just been absolutely foul. So there's the detail, like I showed earlier. It's kind of grainy in appearance. It has a lot of oil leached out onto the surface. Pretty oxidized appearance. Not as much as some of the ones I've seen, but still. Typically these will start out not tasting too horrible, but then the funky, rancid, old, oxidized flavor will take over and just about put you on the floor. So, small piece. Ugh, it smells like some of the ones that I've tasted before. Starts out not tasting too bad. Then everything in your mouth dries out. No more of that. Ugh. Gross. Oh, I need to wash that out of my mouth. Perfect time to go to the beverages. The cocoa. It smells okay. It has mixed up just fine. Oh, that's better. That actually tastes great. Tastes like just instant hot cocoa mix. Yeah, it's really good. That's held up very, very well. Sometimes these can go rancid too because of the oils in the cocoa, but this one tastes just fine. And the coffee, just for the heck of it. Usually these are insanely bitter, but I'll try it anyway. That was not bad. It's a lot smoother than the old ones that I've had. It's not bitter at all. Yeah, that'll work. That helped out a lot after that Fudge Bar. Alright, so another vintage ration. Thank you, Steve1989, for sending me this. This was certainly an adventure. So again, the beans were just fine. The Franks, they tasted like a Vienna sausage, but otherwise there was nothing spoiled about them. Once again, the Fudge Bar was absolutely horrendous. So that was fun. We've got a couple more old ones coming up too. I'm just kind of mixing everything up. I put playlists together on my page so you can go through the different categories of the MRE reviews. I've just got too much stuff to go through to put together a series in order. So I'm just going to do whatever review captures my interest for the day, and I'll put it into the appropriate playlist, and y'all can just enjoy them as they come up. So again, to all of my supporters and all of my viewers, thank you very, very much for watching and providing feedback and support. This has been a great adventure, so I'll do my best to keep good videos coming pretty frequently. And again, I appreciate you all. So until next time, thanks a lot. Bye-bye. So as this is a review, I realized that I should probably at least open up the other contents of the accessory package, and that includes the dehydrated catsup and the gum, which has turned brown. So I didn't bother trying to reconstitute this because it's literally a brick, but I'll go ahead and open it up so you can see what it looks like. So it's kind of a grainy brown, sticky wafer. Ugh, smells very old and stale. Doesn't smell at all like ketchup or tomatoes, for that matter. So there's that. And for the gum, I'm guessing these were originally white chiclets, but they've turned brown. But we'll get into one of those anyway. Actually, it remains somewhat soft. It's actually maybe cinnamon flavor. That may be what the brown is, but they actually taste just fine. That's surprising. Oh, pleasantly surprising. So yeah, I'll enjoy this one. Well, that's it. Thanks again. Bye-bye.